This Tulin ban is a very, very effective anti-E-buddy.
Yeah, it's a very, we see that happening across the other teams too. Tulin is being banned more often on this blue side because, again, he gives so much early game pressure and dominance there.
It's time for monkey business, though, because that's a Sephiroth ban, which means Elsu's getting threat.
Yes, he is, and I like the Sephiroth ban because Fran, I don't want them to run jungle of Sephiroth, so that's good. And I want them to run something like a GeO that they like to play and counter this Elsu. Maybe even run a Max. Yes!
Oh
my God!
Sujay, I have missed you. You used to do this in sync. I remember the World Cup last year. You literally called them one at a time as they were coming in. Like they'll probably take a mix.
You know, because I do the 5 Ys on the draft, and I learn all the root causes and how they pick it. Oh my God! Pick the Max.
You were wrong about the Max, I think. Oh, okay.
Why was I wrong?
That gloating. After all that gloating.
But
Liliana Richter.
I love you, Ace1. Well done. Liliana and Richter, it is.
Don't ace me, ace GeO, guys. Come on.
Okay, are we surprised? I mean, not Max, but are we surprised Liliana and Richter?
I like Liliana because Liliana is the strongest, like she's the 3rd tier mage after Tulin and Sephiroth.
Darcy.
And then, Darcy, yeah, 4th. But she is the one that always gets picked after those 3 get banned or picked.
You're locking in the most powerful character for E-Buddy possible, and given what a big part of their success E-Buddy is, that's a smart decision.
It is, and I don't like E-Buddy on other mages because they don't combo with him very well. Liliana allows him to poke and then engage when he needs to, and I love that style in E-Buddy because he can set up the plays and not rely on his team to go in with him when he's like on a Jinnar, for example.
Annette and Verez for GeO. This is becoming a fairly common pairing now.
Yep, I like them as a duo because the win cups functions very well to tie people up for a really long period of time. The Varus can land any number of her abilities that take a little bit longer to set up into that.
Ryoma rounds it out for Ace1.
Yeah, Ryoma, I like it because he gives so much side lane. He can also be flexed in jungle as needed. It also is a good counter, if played correctly, against the Elsu in side lane. Because you get a stun on Elsu, then the Liliana comes up and does a Binding Light stun. Guess what, Elsu? You're dead meat. And that is exactly what they need to do.
You're not getting your monkey business.
Wukong is Wu banned.
Yeah, wow.
He's out of here.
Why are they banning Wukong? I guess they're afraid?
Who are you target banning Wukong for?
Myth. Myth played it, but they lost.
But, like, not well.
Maybe
well, yeah, exactly.
Maybe
the only time I can remember it was last week.
Maybe in scrims it was a terror or something. Right. That's the only thing I can think of because it wasn't a good Wukong.
No, I would let him have Wukong.
He was sneaky with Wukong, though. He did okay. He did decent. But you can see here, Elsu is going to be matched into Ryoma, which is good for Ace. Varus, though, is going to put a lot of pressure against the Richter, but Richter is able to play around that, clear the way faster, and just as long as he rotates quicker than his top lane opponent, Ace can get advantage on the map with map control and map pressure on the Dragon side. That's going to be critical, I think, for these two teams.
GeO have banned out Teamy, and Nakroth is Ace's final ban.
They're targeting with the Wukong and the Nakroth, neither of which I would actually love, because I think they're both out of meta. But they're clearly afraid of somebody diving their backline. That says to me they're going to put their jungler, Fran, on a ranged character that they feel the need to protect. That's also what it says to GeO Esports, which is why they got rid of that Telenos real quick for the side lane. Ace1 now, I suspect it'll be something along the lines of Morin, Lindis.
Yeah, Morin would be good. Lindis could be good because you can run Ryoma jungle. And Fran would run Ryoma jungle, but I don't know.
You would pick a Lindis and run Ryoma jungle?
You can, or you would actually run Ryoma side lane, but they can run Fran and Lindis, which would be actually the optimal play here, honestly, because Ryoma is good into the Elsu in side lane if played correctly, because he can gank and do a lot of work. Oh, bottom. I like the bottom priority here, because that gives him a solid tier 1 support after, Sephiroth and Teamy are taking off the board.
That's what you're going to get.
You need the Baldum as well because they need someone who can eat the snipes from the Elsu. And we've seen this into good Elsus. You need someone who can take the hits because otherwise your early game is a lot of misery and a lot of pain.
Yeah, his Baldum's physique called hulking gives him extra armor against Elsu snipes. So he gets 18% bonus armor.
He's just got big bones.
He does, big bones.
That's a polite way of describing him.
He's like related to the Hulk, I guess. No, not really.
You have a weird definition of relationships.
Yeah. I don't think that's how families work. Kali.
Hey, anybody can be in family with somebody.
Murad being picked up.
I'm not sure about genetics. Kali and Murad
will come through. It will be the Murads kind of breaking all those bans that come through. It's kind of interesting because Ace1 focused so much on getting rid of a dive assassin. GeO Esports knew they should lock one in. That's why the Murad comes out.
If they play Zephy's jungle, they sure on Zephy's jungle. Zephy's is going to be great into the Elsu, and he's going to be great into Murad because Unwavering Death, he's going to be able to survive a lot more damage as his health gets lower. And it's a great combo with Baldom, Ryoma, Liliana. Zephy's would be great, actually.
But they want the Joker to counter the Elsu in side lane.
Yeah.
They'll put the Ryoma in jungle.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
to counter the Elsu in side lane.
We've seen a lot of Joker played into Elsu with the theory that his long-range poke on the rocket is effective as an answer to Elsu.
Right.
It is the Joker.
Yes.
That's what they're going to try.
Yes. The other idea, I think, is that the Candle After functions somewhat as a mobility tool to get away from some of the disengage. But to be honest, GeO Esports aren't full engaging with much. They let their Elsu, their Kali, take a ranged fight, take the poke. Then if they need to, they chase down the kills with Murad Varus. They don't need a full engage.
They want to poke a lot with Elsu and Murad, like you said. And Ace, they want to land their stun combo. I mean, Joker, like you said, the Candle After, Ryoma, Willing Blade stun. Liliana has Binding Light. As long as the bottom, Jastly here, as long as he can engage properly with Wild Charge, whoever he hits should die. Literally should die. Anyone he Wild Charges should be dead because of the combo that Ace can follow through.
But I'm a little bit worried because they are relying entirely on that Baldom to be their engage. They don't have a whole lot else, and they don't have a whole lot of mobility. And they need that because, as I said, they need to close the distance and get into the backlines versus the Elsu. Close the distance, get into the backlines versus the Kali. For now, I think that may be a major problem.
Yeah, but I think with the aggressive positioning of GeO and how they love to team fight, my friend, which you like to brag about with the Bruce Lee kicks, you know, they're going to put themselves in a position where Bottom can jump on them. Huh?
I had another analogy.
Sure, what is it?
I was going to say that they are
this one's not as
Nina
good.
Sky of Arena of Valor.
Yeah.
Nina Sky, of course, released the 2004 hit Move Ya Body, which was an intensely popular song, and she never released another hit song.
No.
So, I Googled this.
No kidding.
You need to have enough to be not a one-hit wonder, but the One Direction, who, of course, were a very popular band for a while.
They were a very popular band for a while. One Direction.
I Googled them.
They had 1 or 2 fans. Yes.
I think.
Yes, a few.
If that BuzzFeed article didn't lie to me.
Other articles are available. Other one-hit wonders are available. Other boy bands are available. Other analogies are available.
Are One Direction a boy band?
I'm not sure they still are, to be honest with you.
God, that would be
not my
perfect,
thing.
though, because GeO Esports can either be a one-hit wonder or a boy band. It's got lots of fans,
They can't be
lots
both.
of hits.
You can't be a boy band and not a one-hit wonder. There are some.
Maybe.
Take that. Still going.
I'm being optimistic now.
Okay, let's be optimistic. GeO Esports and Ace1.
And look at this aggression rate, TJ.
God, this is quite a start. Ace1 charge into the GeO jungle. GeO never wants to turn from fight, so all right, let's go. Brawl right back. And this means Elwin's already very low as Jastly just dives the front line. Lycan's got the lifesteal from his passive, though. That means Ace1 don't find too much ground. They don't even really manage to steal anything away. And now they might pay for their over-aggression as Fusar commits suicide by a myth.
Yeah, I don't know why he tried to do that because that puts him in a really bad position. Murad turns level 4, myth, and of course, level 2 versus level 1. It's obviously going to be the side of level 2 there. But I do like the aggression by Ace so far because they're looking for blood. And that's a really good indicator of how they're going to counter the aggression that GeO likes to put on their opponents.
That does seem like an easy answer. You can either play fancy, slip around the map, not quite fight GeO, or you can go right at him.
Yeah, and Jastly loves to do that. And Lumber is the, sorry, not Lumber, Baldom is the perfect hero to do that.
Please don't mix up my supports.
They're both pretty hulking, if you get what I'm saying.
They're both pretty. I like playing them both. Because you can scoop or you can knock people up. In this case, it's the scoops, a very good in-game support. And as we mentioned pre-game, a lot of onus on Jastly to lead his team.
Yeah, it is. That's going to be the key, is that Baldom engage on the combo coming from Ace here.
He's just sitting in this bush, waiting for an opportunity. One moment to seize. Doesn't quite feel like anyone's close enough. And now Myth will come in, already level 4. definitely needs to leave his bush in a hurry.
Yeah, and they're using that level 4 power spike and doing a really good job. They're going to reset that dragon, give some more time for them to hopefully counter-engage, but...
Fusock.
Ooh.
Fun little mechanics for him, but the snipes are landing. Temporal turbulence to follow. He barely survives.
Yeah, again, Mungie is playing this Elsu so well. He's landed every snipe so far. Early game, and that's making such a big difference, allowing them poke down and give them now the advantage to take Dragon.
Dragon is low, mid. Oh, will scrape it out. Fran almost stole it. It was a narrow thing, but it does go over to Ace1.
Yeah, good effort. It was really close. I thought they were going to chase it, but look at, they're going to stay in the lane, get the level 4 Dragon advantage, and then push down this tier 1 tower. Really nice play by GeO so far.
Off the back of that Dragon pickup, GeO now have a significant cold lead. They'll keep pressing it as well. The attempts to invade jungle from Ace1 don't pay off. They lose a tower down bottom.
And what a nice job by Lycan there, predicting the movement of Flex and not allowing him to try to trade and steal jungle.
Flex was doing that because he thought that a lot of GeO Esports players would be occupied down bottom. Now the rest of Ace show up. There's the mark of the Hunter. Lycan will be the focus, but he simply leaps to safety, and they don't have the manpower to turn this. GeO Esports also already have a rotate up here.
Yeah, that was a good pick, though. They try to pit off. That means they're trying to put pressure across the map. They're trying to trade and make a play happen, which is a solid thing for Ace, which gives them map control, and they're able to take the Spirit Sentinel here.
Ace1 always do this to me. They show signs of really, really clever team fighting, macro. Like, I really like their ideas, but the execution always seems a tad lacking.
Yeah, and that's going to be the key, is their team fight executing. We know GeO is better at team fights, so can Ace be able to turn this around? I do like what they're doing there, because Fran is spending more time in top lane. eBay is going to go ahead and take away that blue golem.
Just to make sure it's off the board, can't be stolen, and it'll keep him in the lane longer to get a little bit more gold, because he's got the infinite mana of the Sage Golem. Elwind needs to play this safe, a stun through, but the Hurricane Wall kept him up.
That's really good. He wasted a Hurricane Wall to play defensively. Again, this is an advantage here. They need to try to collapse on this rotation.
But the people doing the collapsing will be GeO, shaking the ground there up top. Fran tries to push forward. Good wild prison. 2 people caught in it. Justly, that's massive. They need to get these kills. They've got Smith. Oh, and the dive keeps going. Flex almost threatens a second.
Yeah, nice job, Ace, there. Look at this. Fusik, you're in trouble.
Canned Laughter does get him out, but Myth's here as well. Fusock needs to play this intelligently. He will get big damage, but Myth comes out on top.
Ooh, but again, nice job by Ace, collapsing rotation, the beautiful wild prison, and then Fran setting up with the Spectral Ire ultimate, instantly killing Smith there. If they continue engaging this way, I can see them winning a lot of these team fights.
Tower focus up top from Ace, or mid rather. They've got pressure up top. Ace1, yeah, this is kind of the thing though. They look really good. They're doing clever things. It's just not quite enough. Yeah,
and you can see Murad here. Myth is taking it away. 3,000 gold, 2 kills already. The key now is E-Buddy needs to continue to farm up and get to his late game stage so he can make a difference with his Liliana.
Elwind, the rest of GeO, focusing down Flex up top. This tower, if you'll remember, is already at half HP. And look at the timing on the rotate. GeO arrived just as the wave comes up. Ace1 though, this is clever. Focus down the Abyssal in sync. They'll get the tower up top over to GeO. Down bottom, Ace1 getting Abyssal.
Yeah, and that's good. The Abyssal Dragon's probably more important this early in the game than a tier 1 tower, because that's on the Dark Slayer side. So not a bad trade for Ace right now. And what they need to do is they need to win the next fight.
At the very least, it's a good response. Ace1 couldn't have held the top tower. They do benefit from getting that bottom Abyssal.
Yeah, you can see there Murad's shadow is back there.
Oh,
the poke onto E-Buddy.
E-Buddy almost got caught out by that stun though.
Yeah.
And it was only quick thinking that gets him away from Lycan's punish.
And they got to be careful. They got to continue to farm. They got to keep up with the gold deficit. They need to close that gap, because right now it's 16.7 to 14,000.
Fusock in mid does have to fall back after he's knocked low. Justly, though, joins the fray here. It's clear they want to fight. The win cups, Elwind. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I really like Elwind's on net here. I mean, it's much better than his Thane that we normally see him on. And he's not getting caught out. He's positioning really. Both these teams are playing very cautious here, and I do like that. But you cannot give up these towers. Again, GeO's winning this macro game.
GeO rotate up top, or down bottom rather. Grab a tower. There'll be effort at a counter-engage in mid from Ace1, but they just don't have enough wave clear. Now finally Flex goes through, but it's too far. That push is very dangerous.
Ooh.
Smith will get the kill, and Elwin stunned out the reinforcements. There will be no hope for Ace1 to follow up.
Yeah, that was a very interesting dive by Flex there. His team was not with him. Again, they need to let the bottom engage, and then the Richter can follow up, and the rest of the team can follow. If they don't follow that sequence, I don't see them winning because Richter's going to get out of position, and he's going to be easily focused down by Myth, Mungie, and Smith here.
And that was my criticism of this team comp. They only have one source of engagement that does enough stun, does enough slow for them to actually get a kill off of it, and that is the boulder.
Yeah, it is. And they have to execute that win condition, TJ. They have to execute the win condition. They cannot overextend because Fran is pretty squishy. If they get out of position and they get destroyed and disappear in the fight, then they're not going to be able to come back.
The weight of the team on Jastley, and he's already knocked very low. Myth even gets to safety after taking the Abyssal, and now GeO turn their eyes towards mid, where it will be another tower to their name.
Yeah, wow, and the pressure onto E-Buddy here, and all the lanes are easily taking tower. They just took the Abyssal Dragon, they took the mid tower, now they're focused on Spirit Sentinel, and in the Dark Slayer, that is huge. This is the chance for Ace to come back in this game here.
This is a really good look for GeO Esports. Ace1 though, their chance to get back in the game. They'll start by Frat diving forward. He barely survives. The chase will be interrupted. Oh, that's good from Flex. Smith is very low, but they can't quite confirm the kill. At the very least, they do stop the Dark Slayer take. Myth doesn't feel comfortable full engaging, but the Ethereal Pulse will come through. As Smith attempts to change that, he can get nothing but a little bit of wave clear. Very well played by Ace.
Yeah, Ace did a really good job distracting there. Good thing Fran didn't fall. He was so close to falling there. If he did, then that would have been Dark Slayer over to GeO. But they saw my escape, and they engaged by Flex, doing a really good job. Again, they need to work with Flex. Flex actually has good battle instincts here. If they can follow up with his battle instincts, they'll be in a good shape. Oh no, Jasty, what are you doing?
All alone, Myth will get the kill. The damage reduction wasn't quite enough, and now the rest of GeO Esports want to collapse over towards E-Buddy. They slow down for some reason, perhaps Myth not having his temporal turbulence. Yeah,
there's no reason for Jasty to be overextended like that, and that really cost him the Dark Slayer, though, unfortunately. What they need to do is now pressure across the map and try to get a kill and pressure the other side while the Dark Slayer is being taken.
That's what Fran's doing, but he can't win a 1v1 against Lycan, who's a level ahead no matter what the HP meter says. There's a demonstration. Oh, it's narrow, but Lycan comes out on top. The lifesteal giving him the edge while the rest of GeO Esports focus in on the Dark Slayer. Flex needs to go massive. E-Buddy joins in as well, but they're too late.
Oh my goodness, and where was Fusok? There was 2 of them versus 1, and then Fusok doesn't follow what Fran is doing, and Fran 1v1s and loses the 1v1 versus Lycan. Needed to keep his distance, because if Lycan lands Bloody Kiss and he's that low HP, he's going to win that duel. That's why Varus is so powerful, and I feel like Fran didn't play that matchup properly, because Ryoma has the range with his passive and Willing Blade.
Ace1 do get 2 towers off the trade, though. Maybe that's enough to keep them in the game, particularly as they're stalling out near this Abyssal Dragon as well.
Let's see how Ace is going to turn this around, because they have the Drake, and they're setting up for the push here. Myth has so much farm, level 13 and 6.3k gold, but look at Lycan. He's far ahead of everyone else. He's actually a threat right now to the front line and back line.
Yeah, Lycan able to win 1v1s against people only a level behind them. Off of massive HP deficits. Most of that's because this very, very damage-focused build they've got. Oh, you'll see it demonstrated. Fusok barely survives. Jastley does take the front line, though. There's that engage we were asking for. I really wouldn't be fighting Lycan, though. And Ace1 agree with my assessment. There's just no reason to chase somebody with that much lifesteal. And in the meantime, they've neglected their towers. Flex is all alone, holding 1v3, and he can't hold as the tower falls.
Yeah, that was such a good distraction from Lycan there.
Now, here's the effort onto the second mid-ground tower, and Elwin soars through, cutting off the retreat, and landing the wind cuffs. That was beautiful in that play.
I love the wing cuff combo. Look at the pressure with the mid, the top. They take the tower from the top. Now they position down to mid, and then bottom is pushing because of what Lycan has done. Perfect setup.
Fusok needs to play it safe, but the first high ground's already gone because of it. You can't play that far back when GeO are pushing forward.
And just like that, Lycan is full build, finished the Blade of Eternity.
Lycan ready to go in, but he won't need to because there isn't a cohesive defense yet. Jastly's up in 3 seconds, and 2 high ground towers have already been removed.
Ooh, yeah, and it's 10k gold lead right now.
Oh,
look at the damage.
My God, Fusok just needs to reset the final high ground. Lycan just dives through it. He doesn't care about the defenders. He'll finally get shut down, but he has that Blade of Eternity you call back up. He'll be right back in the fight. Needs to be shut down for a second time, but the damage has been done. All 3 high ground towers are gone.
Yeah, Elwin made that fight there. What a beautiful win cuff. And then Lycan sees it, jumps in, lands a beautiful Venom ultimate, and then the Bloody Kiss, and does so much damage. They need to watch out for Elwin here because those win cuffs set up those initiations so well here.
Ho ho! Max range snipe from Monkey.
Yeah, they gotta watch that. This Elsu is starting to get late game, and he is gonna hurt.
Jastly knows this enraged Abyssal Dragon's going. Ace1 need to contest this. They have no other hope, but I'm not sure they can.
Yeah, they can't. Again, they need to get a perfect execution of their combo down. I don't see them coming back if they don't.
Elwin will be the front line stalling out. Myth tries to join the fight. Ace1 due to enough damage. That enraged Abyssal takes slowed down, but it will be picked up.
Yeah, ooh, E-Buddy. They're low. This is their chance to push here. Push it out, put pressure on the map, and try to pick off one person. You pick out one person and you basically negate part of the benefits of that Enraged Abyssal Dragon.
I would like to highlight how well GeO played this late game, because that's been a historic weakness of this team.
Yeah, they actually are the ones that are good at stalling to the late game, but now they're playing really well with the overall pressure. I mean, 9 towers, 47,000 gold right now. They're doing a really good job.
More like One Direction than a one-hit wonder.
Indeed, indeed. You gotta be careful with those wing cuffs. Ooh.
Yeah.
Always scares me when Elvin throws them off because if he lands them, they're pretty much dead.
The BV boys are arriving in mid. 3 of the tankiest minions in the video game.
Yeah, nice dodge there by E-Buddy from the snipes, Mungi. Look at this. Ooh.
Narrowly done, and with the tanky minions mostly removed, there's no opportunity. Ace1 need the perfect team fight. While Prison won't be an ideal start, but they baited out Ethereal Pulse for no real response.
Yeah, they gotta land this engage with Jastly here. Can they do it though?
More minion waves arriving, and Franz too far forward. He's chucked down.
Fran.
An early pick, and that might be it as minions arrive in all 3 lanes simultaneously. Flex is focused down. Myth diving around the side. In the meantime, Lycan will be fighting forward, and the rest of the team just focuses the core. GeO Esports take game number 1.